good to go. There we go. Oh, it didn't go live yet. Oh, there. We're live now? YouTube live? Okay. Just want to make sure we're good on YouTube. It's a little funky. Let me check. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Oh, it didn't go. All right, good. There we go. All right, so let's start with this, man. Everybody, welcome again. All right, so let me play this news clip here. Start off with this.
Right now, we are anxiously awaiting an update from police about the disappearance of 20-month-old Quinton Simon more than 1 week ago. Overnight, Chatham County Police say they believe the boy is dead and that his mother is the prime suspect. Our Nakaya Carrero is live outside the family's home this morning. And Nakaya, not the outcome anyone wanted to hear in this case.
Frank, definitely not the outcome anybody was hoping for in this case. But police say there are no charges filed against the mother, who's been named the prime suspect.
And a lot of people were kind of like asking about that and talking about that. I was wondering too, like, why no charges yet? Fix the title here too. And it could be a number amount of things. Like maybe they're just, maybe they're collecting evidence. Also, as far as we know, they don't even have Quinton, like a body. They were talking about, from what I've heard, that they're going to be searching a landfill. So the only thing I can think of, obviously, is that they must have found evidence. They must have found evidence in the home. They had the canines there, the cell phones, or maybe the mother started talking.
In this case, and they are set to give us an update at some point today. So we will definitely bring that to you on air and online at WJCL.com. But right now we want to walk you through a timeline of what's happened since Quinton was reported missing early Wednesday morning. That report coming in from his mother, Leilani Simon, now the prime suspect in the boy's disappearance, and Leilani Simon, now the prime suspect in the boy's disappearance and death. Chatham County Police say the boy was last seen Wednesday the 5th around 6 in the morning. His mother reported him missing around 9. The extensive search began and lasted days. On the night of the 5th, police used helicopters with heat detecting technology. On Friday the 7th, detectives brought the FBI in, all officers working 20-hour days searching outside the home, including a nearby pond. On Sunday the 9th, officers said they were re-canvassing several specific areas, and they pumped the family's backyard pool. That's also the day they set up a dedicated tip line for this case. On Tuesday the 11th, officers said they seized evidence that would help move the case forward. Yesterday, 1 week after he was reported missing, investigators were at the boy's home with a team of search dogs gathering and analyzing evidence. Frank, now we're just waiting on more information from police about this tragic case. For instance, like, where is Quinton's body and what happened to him? And also, will there be charges against his mother, Leilani Simon? Frank, back to you.
That was that clip there. Oh, I wanted to show this too last night. I posted this on my Facebook. This was, I guess, so the babysitter, Diana. By the way, everybody, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. The babysitter, Diana, had posted a video or did a live stream, and then I guess she took it down, but somebody had screen recorded it. So I'll replay it here.
There's too many people asking about where Leilani is, and I'm outside of my house. I heard the cops were coming for her, so we've been out here waiting. It's raining. She was in the road. There was a lot of commotion, and
this was last night.
then everything just went dark. So I don't know where she is right now. I don't see any cars. I can turn the camera around. There's no cars. If you look right there where that car is going past, that's her house. It's totally dark. It's totally dark. I've had so many messages at one time asking, have I seen Leilani just in the last hour, 45 minutes. I did see her. I was at the truck, me and my girls outside, and we seen her in the road, and they were cussing, and she was trying to leave, and then a vehicle had pulled in, and she went back towards the house. So I don't know where she is right now. I want to see her arrested. And the reason I came live is because everybody is asking me all these questions, and I cannot answer all these questions. So I just came on, but I can go out here. I mean, it's raining. It's raining really hard. But I can show you where the house is. And she was out here. It's lightning. It's raining and lightning out here.
The whole landfill thing is weird, man. Like, from everything that I've heard, I haven't heard that they had a body. Grandma and the messengers had said that they need to recover the body. The news media that reported it, I mean, unless they announce it in this presser, I don't know, But I heard that they supposedly still have to look in the landfill. Brett here said that this morning, this was 4 hours ago, this morning back at the home where Quinton was last seen, Quinton's grandmother told me police believe the little boy's body is in a landfill. Police have called Leilani Simon, Quinton's mom, their number one suspect. There's a whole bunch of media out there, I guess. This was this morning. We're going to take a look at some more of that in a bit. And the thing too, which is just odd to me, is that I believe, according to Grandma in that DM message, supposedly they weren't going to go till next Tuesday. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. Why would they wait till that long? Is there something? I don't know if that's true. We'll see. The presser is at 1:00, so in 20 minutes. We're going to watch it here. We're just hanging out a bit, recapping. So 20 minutes.
Let's see.
That's what. So Janan says the mother's going to run. I'm sure they got to be keeping an eye on her. She wasn't arrested, though. According this, police last night said there was no arrest made. I'm assuming they're keeping an eye on her.
Turn it around. It's dark on the road. They turned all the lights off, but they were in the road arguing, and we seen Leilani, but she just disappeared. So I don't know where they're at now. But this is what we're doing. But I just wanted to let y'all see, because I've had so many questions and messages. I couldn't just answer them all. But yeah, that is what's going on. That's all
You can tell the babysitter's pretty torn up about this, Diana.
I know that they put on that the FBI and cops were coming to get her. But I don't know. We can't believe it. Quinton is gone. But it's not the outcome we wanted. But I'm gonna go now.
Let me show you something else that just came through. One second. Okay. So Brooke Butler here posted that we've seen people coming and going from the Simon household all day long. Chatham County Police will be holding a press conference at 1 to discuss. So there's still people. I mean, definitely the focus is the house. Clearly, right? Obviously, it's been like that for a while. It seems like. And it seemed to be going to the back. Another picture from the morning. Copy this link. Back up. A little News Nation clip as well. We post this here. It's just 20. It's only 20 seconds.
Month-old boy who went missing over a week ago is now presumed dead. Police say his mother is the prime suspect. This comes after authorities took search dogs to Quinton Simon's home to gather and analyze evidence. As of now, his mother has not been arrested or charged. Police plan to give updates later today. Georgia, a 20.
I want to show, before I show you this article, because this article just had some good pictures. I mean, I've seen this, but whoever hasn't, it's like a close up of the mother. That's Leilani, prime suspect. I said before, but I'm actually showing you now. But Quinton, grandma, Diana, the babysitter, the family picture. This is the boyfriend there. Quinton is pictured with his stepfather, Danny, mother Leilani, and another young boy. They lost legal custody of him for unknown reasons. He was being cared for by his grandma, but Leilani and Danny were who reported him missing, which I know it seems like it was mostly Leilani. Right? And well, then the babysitter, really. Mom and baby picture. Supposed to be starting to pay child support. I want to show you this too. The kind of a sweet video that was posted. And I guess it looks like this is grandma's TikTok, I think. Billy Joe Howell. Let's check it out. You haven't seen this yet.
What's so funny? What's so funny? You so silly.
Chunky legs.
You wanna... What are you... Yeah. Oh. Hey. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? Is you funny? You funny? Oh my goodness. Oh, you dear. What are you doing? Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? It's so funny. It's so funny.
Such a beautiful, cute baby, huh? I was looking on Facebook and I came across this. I was like, oh, that's so cute. It's adorable. And then I was thinking, like, I don't know how the hell anybody, how like any human, like you can't be in your right state of mind. Like I don't even know how you could do, you know, intentional harm to a baby. Allegedly, you know. And I know some people were trying to like. I've heard too people, because we were talking about that. I guess she had just had the baby Sky with Danny, and so people were saying maybe it was postpartum. I don't know. But then other people were saying straight out drugs. You know? I don't know. She will, Stir Crazy says she will claim mental health. Because, yeah, she over there claiming that she's telling people she didn't remember what she did. That's her. I mean, she's telling people, she told grandma he's in a landfill and my daughter done it. She has no memory of it. I mean, you think that's bullshit or what? Or if it's for real? I think it's BS. I don't believe that she don't remember. Because you went through, I don't know, you went through hide the baby, to try to dispose of the baby. I mean, and then there was that other thing where, oh, I think that was it.
What are you? Yeah. Oh. Hey, what are you doing down there? What are you doing? Is you funny? You funny? Oh my goodness. Oh, you do it.
All right. So the other thing really quickly that I wanted to do is, so I had never seen this first presser. I seen this, I guess, the second one and the third one. I just wanted to listen to a couple of minutes. I briefly listened to the beginning of this just for a minute or two.
Mother had called 911.
Bump it up a little bit.
Called her in reference to a missing child. Mother had called 911, advising that when she woke up in the morning, her 20-month-old baby boy, Quinton Smalls, was missing from his pack and play. Quinton was last seen wearing a light blue Sesame Street T-shirt and black shorts or black bottoms. So we got here as quickly as we can, trying to assess the situation, trying to determine, the nature of why Quinton was missing. So let me try to get ahead of some things or some anticipated questions that you may have of me. We've located the biological father. He works very north of here. We don't believe he has anything to do with it being a custody thing or anything like that at this point. We have not determined whether or not it is an abduction or kidnapping. Therefore, we did not issue an Amber Alert. That is a requirement of an Amber Alert, is to law enforcement has to be have that belief that an abduction has taken place. So
that's the whole answer to, I guess, because people were asking that too, as far as like the Amber Alert.
Have that belief that an abduction has taken place. So currently we're interviewing all parties involved to the extent that we can. They've all been cooperative so far, and we're in the business of interviewing them, securing a search warrant for the residence so we can do a more invasive search. Officers did do a cursory search of the residence to see if the child may have been hiding or something of that nature. We did not locate the child in any of those spaces that we thought perhaps that a child could hide. But we would require a search warrant to do a more invasive search, so we're in the process of doing that. We also, I think there was a question asked whether or not we had any prior visits to this residence. We've only had 2 calls for service here in the last 2 years. They were not of a missing child or anything like that. So just for the sake of context, I do want to thank...
I want to know what those calls were in regard to. No, we're just listening to the first presser while we wait for the new one to pop up. In a couple of minutes, it's coming.
All of the agencies that have come out here and assisted the Chatham County Police Department. As you can hear, we got mosquito control up ahead of us and the helicopter doing an air search for us. The Savannah Police Department mounted unit has come out to assist us. Chatham Emergency Management. The Liberty County Sheriff's Office came up with 2 deputies, 2 canine officers. They're out with their bloodhound trying to do a track to see if there's anything of value that we can. Concerned citizens of this neighborhood have showed up, participated, or are participating in a grid search out here in this geographic location. So I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all of those individuals and entities for being out here. Chatham County Sheriff's Office is out here. We don't have any concrete belief in any one theory or any one thing. So we're very concerned about Quinton. We're hoping we can find him safe and bring him home to his parents.
Chief, I know you said this is very fluid right now and you don't want to go into just...
All right, just want to hear that snippet at the beginning. Tina, thank you so much for the stars on Facebook. Brenda says, thank you for the super chat. Says, boyfriend maybe knew he left for work at 6 a.m. but was searching for the baby at 8. Did he go to work? How did he find out baby was missing? I don't know. I was wondering about that too. Maybe he came back after or something. I don't know. Supposedly, allegedly, he had passed the polygraphs. That's according to one person on Facebook. You know, I haven't seen confirmation of that. Police have said the primary suspect is the mother. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody else. And then we're also talking about is it possible that grandma could get charged, you know, for some sort of, I don't know, something, neglect or whatever else. Leilani Simon told her mother she doesn't remember anything about the morning Quinton disappeared. So she's claiming she don't remember nothing that morning. It's just a blank. That's what this woman's claiming. Police have called Leilani, Quinton's mom, their number one suspect. Oh, I think I already had this up here. The search for Quinton involves a landfill, but it's unclear which one. And her Facebook is back up. She's been like, which, you know, I don't blame her. She's been deactivating and reactivating Facebook, it seems. I think at one point last night she took it down. I guess it's back up now. Let me see if it refreshes. Yeah, it looks like it's up now. All right, we got 5 minutes.
Search for missing Georgia toddler Quinton Simon intensifying. Investigators, including the FBI, recanvassing, quote, specific areas looking for the 20-month-old.
It's been horrible. I keep picturing his face.
Quinton reportedly last seen Wednesday at 6 a.m. in his Savannah home wearing a light blue Sesame Street shirt and black pants. Police say Quinton's mother reported him missing more than 3 hours later at 9:40 a.m.
I hope he's still alive. We don't know. We don't have any information to believe he's not.
For days now, authorities searching by air and by land, including a nearby pond for the little boy. Still, no answers. Quinton's grandmother, Billy Jo Howell, talking to reporters.
I don't know what to think right now. I don't know what to believe because I don't think anybody ever believes that this is going to happen to them.
According to ABC News affiliate WJCL, Howell has legal custody of Quinton and his 3-year-old brother, and just last month filed court documents to evict her daughter, Quinton's mother, and her boyfriend from her home. But police say there doesn't appear to be a custody dispute.
And police say all parties are cooperating with this investigation. They also say they have not issued an Amber Alert for Quinton because there's really no indication at this point that he was abducted. Cool.
All right, so now we're just waiting. I got a couple of minutes for the presser. I have my channel up and ready to go. I'm amused says boyfriend made a statement regarding this death. Police waiting to verify his story with the baby. Do you know what statement he made? Lindsay says people are assuming that it was Leilani that told law enforcement that Quinton is at the landfill, but I think someone's ring caught Leilani throwing bags away between 6 a.m. and whatever authorities. That would be interesting. Yeah, if she's claiming, if her story is gonna be that you know, she doesn't know anything and that she doesn't remember anything, then maybe she didn't give up the information. They probably found it through other means. Yeah, no, it's definitely, that's what the Jeweled Monkey says. Here's the thing. Not only did she kill her child, but to throw him away to save her own skin is disgusting. How do they know he's dead? I don't know, but police have said he is. So the only thing I can think of is they must have found some sort of evidence pointing to that, whether, I don't know, it's blood, maybe using luminol, something in the trash, something they seen on camera. And for Billy Joe to say, it almost seems to me like Leilani had told something to Billy Joe. The whole, she has no memory of it.
Something that we've spoke about. I wrote letters to the editor and to Savannah News.
No, that's not it. Okay, should be starting any minute now. Let's see. Okay, we're waiting. One minute. Yeah, boyfriend's in Atlanta. Yep. Jojo Cannon says Quinton's uncle said they found him. Someone released him DMs from last night. Oh, really? Oh, maybe we'll see now in the presser then, if that's true. Okay, I got it. We have 13 officers. 1 second, let me just. Text All right, so we're just kind of waiting, getting ready. Hey, what's up, Live Chaos? Welcome. So, daughter killed her own son? Yeah, that's what we believe. That's she's the number one suspect. We don't know the means of how it happened or what cause of death or anything like that, but she's the primary suspect. Let me turn the volume a little normal until they come out. What's up? Welcome, everybody. Oh, if you guys could hit like too, please, in the stream, it helps out, especially with the YouTube algorithm. I'd greatly appreciate that. About to get started here. Infamous Truth Teller, thank you so much for the super chat. Says Leilani, live with grandma at her house or a different property. I'll read it after.
You ready? All right, good afternoon. I'm Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley. I'm joined today by FBI Supervisory Senior Resident Agent Will Clark of the Savannah FBI office. As you know, our investigation over the last 8 days has led us to the heartbreaking conclusion that 20-month-old Quinton Simon is deceased. We have named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the primary suspect in Quinton's disappearance and death. We have not made an arrest or filed any charges at this time. From the moment we received the 911 call reporting Quinton missing, we have conducted an exhaustive search for him. Sadly, we still have not found Quinton. But our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue with every available resource we have in order to give Quinton's family closure and see that justice is served in this case. I would like to thank the FBI for their invaluable expertise and assistance during our search and for the help they will continue to provide moving forward. We know that millions of people fell in love with Quinton Simon the moment they saw his face and learned of his disappearance. We have seen the outpouring of love and concern for this child and the outpouring of grief at the latest developments in this case. The men and women of the Chatham County Police Department share that same sadness, but we also feel very determined to keep working as hard as we can and for as long as we have to find Quinton. Now Special Agent Clark will have latest developments and then I'll return with some closing. The men and women of the Chatham County Police Department share that same sadness, but we also feel very determined to keep working as hard as we can and for as long as we have to find Quinton. Now Special Agent Clark will have some comments and then I'll return.
I was hoping to it wouldn't be buzzing, but it's still buzzing. I guess it's buzzing everywhere over there.
Good afternoon. My name is Will Clark. I am the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent in charge of the FBI's Savannah and Brunswick offices. From the moment the FBI became involved in this investigation, our primary goal was to assist the Chatham County Police Department in bringing Quinton home and holding anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. To the Chatham County community, our heart breaks along with yours in trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners, have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence to get to this point, and we will continue to do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. The FBI has provided the Chatham County Police Department resources in this case, and those resources have come in the form of investigative, analytical, and technical assistance. For the past week, over 40 FBI agents, analysts, task force officers, and professional sports staff who live in the coastal Georgia area have worked tirelessly and continuously on this investigation. Last Wednesday, we mobilized our Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, the CARD team in short, which brings with it experts from across the country who specialize in missing children cases. As needed, and as the investigation continues to progress, the FBI stands ready to deploy additional resources. In closing, we share the sorrow felt by millions and pledge every resource to assist the Chatham County Police Department in finding little Quinton.
Thank you, Agent Clark. And in closing, I understand the intense interest in this case and know everyone has a lot of questions. I'll answer what I can. But remember, our focus must be on not doing anything that jeopardizes the integrity of this investigation or bringing justice for Quinton. So with that said, I'll be happy to answer what questions I can.
You heard from the family last night that you might be targeting a landfill. Can you tell us about that and what landfill might be?
I cannot disclose any information relative to that. We will follow the evidence, and when our evidence leads us to search anything specifically or any specific geographic area, we will communicate that to you at that time. I cannot get into any specifics relative to evidence. What I can say is the evidence that we have so far, based on multiple search warrants and interviews, has led us to the conclusion that Quinton is deceased. The investigation doesn't end, right there. We will continue to investigate this until its final conclusion. Because I'm sorry, sir. Because the evidence has led us to that point and to this point today.
Why is she not arrested?
Because we will only do that when we feel we have everything that we need to. We only get one shot at this, right? We're going to do it right. We're going to do the best that we can. We're going to use the resources at our disposal. We're thankful to the FBI, and when we get to that point and we feel comfortable in counsel with the FBI and the ADA, that's when we will reach that conclusion.
Is anyone else being considered for criminal charges?
At this time, no. The evidence in the case has led us to this conclusion.
Was there a date where you found the evidence that led you to this conclusion? Because obviously earlier this week and last week you would say something else.
The accumulation of evidence over these last 8 days has led us to this conclusion today.
Do you have an idea of what Quinton might be?
We do not have any specifics at this time. I can't answer that question with any level of specificity.
Do you know where Leilani's other two children are?
I can't answer that question.
Do you know where Leilani is?
I don't know where she is currently today.
Is there any chance anyone else?
Better find out.
There is no one else a suspect at this time. Leilani is the main focus of this investigation.
Are you not concerned that you've now named your number one suspect out loud to the public? Is there not a concern she might take off?
Yeah.
I can't get into any specifics, but we don't believe she's a flight risk at this time. All right, thank you. Appreciate your questions. Have a great day.
Bro. So no dijeron nada entonces. La misma cosa. La misma cosa que el Twitter. No dijeron nada.
All right, so that was Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley, as well as FBI Supervisory Senior Resident Agent Will Clark with the FBI. You heard some of the details there from the Chatham County Police, further confirming what they told WTOC last night, that they do believe that 20-month-old Quinton Simon, who has been missing since last Wednesday, they do believe little Quinton has deceased. The mother of Quinton Simon, Leilani Simon, has been named the prime suspect, though as far as we know, no formal charges have been filed, no arrests have been made. You heard from Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley there saying he said he does not know where Leilani is at this time. We're going to continue to stay with this case. We're going to continue to give you as many updates as we can as we learn them. We know that this is a case that people, not just here in Chatham County, Southeast Georgia, and the Low Country have taken a hold to all over the country. Folks have really started to pay attention to this case. So as soon as we have any updates, we will bring it to you here digitally, on air, and as well as on WTOC.com. If you go over to WTOC.com right now, you'll see our stories. This is the latest update that we have. We'll be adding to this story from Chief Hadley's press conference here. As soon as we can get the information up online, it'll be there. So stay with WTOC, WTOC.com, on the WTOC app, and on social media as well. We'll see you back here with more information if we have it.
Yeah, kind of pretty disappointing. I mean, I get they can't say much, but all their pressers to me so far, they've really not. Besides the first one where they give you like a little tiny bit of what's already, like everything that's, I don't know. They didn't really say much besides what's already out there, and that they don't. So that he said that they don't have Quinton. You guys want to do phone calls or what? I'm a little. I thought they were going to say more. I thought they were going to have more. Also, when they asked him if they know where Leilani is, or he knows, he's like, he doesn't know. I hope somebody over there is keeping an eye on her, or some sort of like, they can monitor her. Are they not watching her? I want to see if I can find a better audio one. Like they were all pretty horrible. All right, so you guys tell me, calls or we just move on? I'll do a little poll. I don't know. That was honestly, that was super disappointing.
Clark of the Savannah FBI office. As you know, our investigation over the last 8 days has led us to the heartbreaking conclusion that 20-month-old Quinton Simon is deceased. We have named his mother, Leilani Simon, as the primary suspect in Quinton's disappearance and death. We have not made an arrest or filed any charges at this time.
So no arrest.
From the moment we received the 911 call reporting Quinton missing, we have conducted an exhaustive.
He said they only have one shot, so maybe they're just hoping that 50-50. It's actually 68%. We can do calls for a little bit. I have like 30 extra minutes. 35 minutes. We can take some calls.
Exhaustive search for him.
Open up the line.
Sadly, we still have not found Quinton. But our search and our investigation will continue, and it will continue with every available resource we have in order to give Quinton's family closure and see that justice is served in this case. I would like to thank the FBI for their invaluable expertise and assistance during our search, and for the
And I wonder if you think the mother would try to hurt herself?
help they will continue to provide
So you got to be
moving
sweating.
forward. We know that millions of people fell in love with Quinton Simon the moment they saw his face and learned of his disappearance. We have seen the outpouring of love and concern for this child and the outpouring of grief at the latest developments in this case. The men and women of the Chatham County Police Department share that same sadness.
I'm dialing in.
Thank you for calling.
All right, so it's open now. We put the number out if anybody wants to call. Give your thoughts, your opinions, or maybe if you're local over there. She could hurt herself and then they'll never get answers. Oh, it's still muted. My bad.
In trying to comprehend what we believe happened here. The FBI, along with our law enforcement partners.
Okay, let's start the calls. 978. How you doing? Where you calling from? Nine seven eight. Oh, lost you. Okay, it dropped.
Partners have followed every lead, every tip, and every piece of evidence.
They got to be keeping an eye on her, right? Her devices or something.
Continue to do so. The FBI entered this case less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. The FBI has provided the Chatham County Police Department resources in this case, and those resources have come in the form.
Where's she going? I guess the only thing you can really see maybe is her hurting herself or something.
Investigative, analytical, and technical assistance.
Bertolino on speed dial? Cicely, no, you didn't. Bertolino on speed dial.
40 FBI agents, analysts, task force officers, and professional.
All right, let's try the next call. 712 coming up. 712. How you doing? Where you calling from?
I'm from Sioux City, Iowa. This is
Sicily.
Amy.
Oh wait,
Amy.
wait. This is Amy. Where are you calling from again?
Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay. Hi, thanks for calling.
Hi. So I personally, I think I put it in the chat there, but I personally think this mom is going to take her own life. I don't think she'll allow them to arrest her. She seems like she's very unstable, just based on some of the grandmother's posts that she's been kind of commenting back and forth on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
I just and she knew, like, that video that was posted when she went into the babysitter's house. She knew at that moment that her daughter did it, because she said to the grandmother, "I asked you to help me. I asked you to help me." And she kept saying that. So I feel that she knew that her daughter did it at that time, and that mom to go and try to evict her own daughter from her house. I mean, I'm a mom of 6 kids. I have 5.5 grandchildren. I would never, in my wildest dreams, ever try to evict my own children unless there was something seriously an issue. And I think that she felt that her daughter was a harm to those children, and probably even the boyfriend. But I think more it's the mom, and she did not want them there. She did not think it was safe for them.
Yeah.
Now, on that note, she should not have left.
Yeah.
That in that situation, if her daughter and that boyfriend were still living in that home, and she did try to evict them, as she says, she should never have been leaving those children there, even for the mom and the dad, aka boyfriend, to take those kids to daycare. You are their caregiver. You take them to the daycare. If you don't trust your own daughter and her boyfriend, you do not leave those kids there.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Period.
Yeah.
And so that's my opinion on it. I do think that mom is just emotionally, mentally, probably even physically unstable, and I do think that she will take her own life. I don't think they'll.
I was gonna say, do you think the whole thing? Sorry to cut you. The whole thing that some people are saying that, maybe she has postpartum. Do you think that's part of it, or possibly part of it?
It could be, but if that's the situation, based on what the grandma's saying and the things that I have read, I was up all night reading stuff, like between Twitter and Facebook and the babysitter's Facebook and the grandma's. Like, it sounds like that this has been an ongoing issue with her daughter for years. Mm-hmm. Now, I do understand she has more kids, and I do understand that postpartum can take a long time. So yes, maybe part of that is postpartum that's in there, but also the alcohol and drug abuse that this daughter is doing is not helping that situation. And so that's why I just feel that, yes, it could be kind of, a combination of all of that together. It's not an excuse by any means, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, and I've never been, thank God, I've never been, with having 6 kids, you would think you'd have postpartum at some point, but I've never been that. I guess maybe I did have it where I was like emotional and stuff, but I would never have ever in my mind ever thought of harming my own child. Even in my lowest time, I mean, I have MS and my body I'm slowly dying, but I continue to go on, and I never in my wildest dreams would ever think to take my own children's life, let alone harm them.
Right.
I mean, I didn't get to hear the whole press conference because I work from home and I was actually on doing work, but I'm on my break right now, and I don't know if they did address it to the whole texting with the dad to the baby, or I guess the dad to the babysitter.
They didn't say.
That
They didn't really say anything. They really didn't say nothing. They just they said there's no, same thing as we saw in the tweet last night. There's no charges.
Yeah.
And the mother's the primary suspect, and that's it. They didn't really want to answer questions.
Yeah, and that whole part is kind of eerie in the sense, like, I personally think that he probably did see the child. I think immediately after that, whether she was high or whatever, and myself, if I was a spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever of
I'm sure
that
most
mother,
people.
and I left and I knew that she was stoned, I would never have left my child or a child with her.
Right.
But I don't know also if he was that type of person or not, and I don't want to throw stones at him. But I think he did see her or see the child in the playpen, or it could have been blankets, but I do think he did see him. And I do think that she immediately did it right then and disposed of him before the trash got there. So that's my opinion. I don't want to keep you too long.
Okay.
But I thank you. I love watching your show, and I've been an avid listener and supporter. So
Thank you so much. Appreciate you calling in and watching.
yeah, no problem. And just on a side note, I did send you a message regarding a missing case that is currently going on here in my area.
What did you use?
And it has
Facebook?
very, very. Yes, I did. I think I sent it through your email.
Oh, okay. The Gmail or the iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.com?
I think it's the iCkEdMeL at iCkEdMeL.
Okay.
I can look, and I can also send it to Facebook too.
Okay.
But I did send that. It actually has very eerie stuff going on regarding that right now. And it might be something you might want to take a look into. I've been kind of digging into it myself here a little bit, and things I'm seeing and reading and hearing are just kind of giving me vibes. So.
Oh, boy.
But
all right.
Anyway, I won't take any more of your time so you can get on to somebody else. But
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let me take the next caller. 601. How you doing? Where you calling from?
What's up, Mel? It's Gatorman in Mississippi. I ain't talked to you in a while, brother. You doing all right?
Good. Yeah. How you doing, man?
Good. Hey, I don't understand what's going on with those cops over there. It's like crime laundry 2.0. That the Cody Bigsby case, they're holding him for felony child neglect. They don't have a body, nothing yet. How
That's
come
so
they can't
true.
get there with her?
Yeah.
You know, they don't have any idea where that Cody is, but they're holding that guy, and they broke his civil rights. They hired him an attorney like 5 or 6 times.
That's a really good point you bring. Yeah.
Adopt the Virginia laws if that's the case when it comes to these missing kids, because there's no reason why she should be anywhere but under the jail right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, I just don't understand it. The babysitter, bless her heart, all she was trying to do is help, and Bob Joe was saying, "I begged you to help me," and she wasn't helping her. She was getting paid $30 a day to watch 3 kids.
That's crazy.
And she's got her own kids.
Yeah.
And they weren't supplying them with supplies and everything. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, she's got pictures of child neglect with bruises and all that stuff on her phone from when they brought the kids over. She's got, eyewitness statement after statement, pictures, all the occasions when all this stuff happened. I mean, it's clear that there's been, felony child neglect in this case, and I think they should, snatch the grandmother too and hold her until somebody talks, because she was responsible for it. She was responsible for those kids. She had custody of them. I mean, this, and that you hit the nail on the head, brother. They said absolutely zero in that press conference.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us anything we already knew. You hear me?
That's what it's been like. The couple other pressers too. There's really been nothing. So I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get too mad because I understand they're trying to protect the integrity, but it almost was like, why even hold a presser? It's literally like almost the same thing that was in the tweet.
Yeah, but see, I don't mind, saying they're holding their cars close to the vest, but detain that woman, detain that grandmother. If one of the sons was there as well, you know, question him, have him, under the, microscope. They need answers. I mean, this was clearly, and you can say postpartum depression, that's fine. I've got 4 kids. My wife has been through some of that before, and it is a volatile time.
Did she have it bad?
But, it wasn't too bad, but, we also have a special needs child with autism on top of that. So, but we've gotten through it, but, it takes the whole family to, help them and notice that there's a problem. And apparently they were the problems were habitual with this girl. I mean, look at the arrest record for the grandmother. I mean, it's a mile long. You talking about Red Flag City, brother?
Yeah. I'm surprised she got custody. Honestly, I don't know how they.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I just don't understand it. But for these poor kids, it just seems like every other day, and I don't know if it's because we're so plugged into the internet. It seems like every day there's a new missing kid, and it just keeps happening over and over again. And we have got to come together as a country, as a world, and start focusing on mental health, because that's the number one problem.
For sure.
That's why this stuff is happening. I mean, I just don't understand why she is not being held, for, just some, if you need to hold her for, possession or whatever. I'm sure there was drugs there. It sounded like they were just doing them all day long.
Yeah, I hope that maybe they just said that, but they have somebody watching her just in a regular unmarked vehicle or something. They gotta be. I can't imagine that they're just gonna be like, oh, we're gonna announce it, but just let her ride, and we're not gonna really keep an eye on her. It's got to be at least like an unmarked or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, or an ankle bracelet, a monitor. I mean, she's the prime suspect, so she is a suspect. Well, in the past, I've heard of suspects having ankle monitoring things on it.
Really?
Because if they were a flight risk, the FBI can do that. I'm sure the county can too.
They said in the presser in the Q&A,
my mind, brother.
They said supposedly she's not. He doesn't believe she's a flight risk. He says, but people are saying too, maybe they think she's gonna hurt herself. If she hurts herself, all the answers are gone.
Yes.
And solving is gonna be.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, man. It just doesn't make any sense. That poor old babysitter, you can tell she's tore up more than the. Well, we don't know because we haven't. See, in all the other cases, you hear from the parents. They, from what I've heard from other YouTubers, there was no flyers posted anywhere for Quinton. There was,
That's what I heard.
There was not a whole lot of family organizations as far as.
Oh no! What happened? What just happened? Am I still here on the internet? No, the internet's still here. My computer did something. Oh, I think it just hung up. Hold on a second. Oh, it cut out. I don't know what happened. Oh, they cut me off. Hold on. I didn't pay the bill, I guess. I gotta update the card. Oh shit, that's kind of dirty. They just cut you off like that? Jesus. Yeah, I gotta update the information. Damn, that is dirty. Let's see. And I guess it makes sense, but. Yeah, I gotta do all this crap right now. iCkEdMeL. Let's see. Damn. I'm sorry, man. That was a great call, too. Give me 1 second. I guess people are going to have to recall. Oof. A mess. Let me play this in the meantime. Play this in the meantime. Let me just put this, update this information.
Georgia area have worked tirelessly.
They cut me off like they cut off power.
Last Wednesday, we mobilized our child abduction rapid deployment team, the CARD team in short, which brings with it experts from across the country who specialize in missing children cases. As needed, and as the investigation continues to progress, the FBI stands ready to deploy additional resources. In closing, we share the sorrow felt by millions and pledge every resource to assist the Chatham County Police Department in finding little Quinton.
Let me just do this for now. We don't got time to mess around.
Thank you, Agent Clark. And in closing, I understand the intense interest in this case and know everyone has a lot of questions. I'll answer what I can. But remember, our focus must be on not doing anything that jeopardizes the integrity of this investigation or bringing justice for Quinton. So with that said, I'll be happy to answer what questions I can.
Okay, we're good. I got to call back in.
I cannot disclose any information relative to that. We will follow the evidence, and when our evidence leads us to search anything specifically or any specific geographic area,
all right,
we will communicate.
No, people that you guys can call back in now. There's 2 people holding. Sorry about that. That's never happened before. I had to change out my cards recently, and so I have all new card numbers, and I forgot. So the balance ran out. All right, let me call it.
Thank you for host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
And the guy from Mississippi, I'm sorry I lost you. Great conversation, though. Appreciate the call. Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna hold. So there's 5 people on the line. I'm gonna take these 5 calls, and then we'll call it. 407. How you doing? Where you calling from?
It's Cheeks.
Oh, Cheeks. I'm slacking, man. We got to get back into the flow. It's gonna take a minute. Hey.
I know, right? Okay. So first and foremostly, before we even start, I just want everybody in the chat, everybody that is watching, to take a big, deep breath, because I feel like today has been a hell of a day. We've got this poor baby lost. I know that a lot of us were in Discord talking about Parkland. I said that some parents were thinking about those children at Uvalde. Today has just been a really emotional day for parents on anybody who has any type of little people in their life. I feel so emotionally drained. But I kind of figured, I told you, I said I knew that girl did something to that baby. The way that they are playing the thing out with the boyfriend, it does make me wonder, maybe he is innocent. I think you had mentioned maybe he just saw the baby wrappings like in the playpen and was like, oh, okay, well, look, Quinton, and then walked out the door and didn't think anything of it. It's just really disheartening. One, if these cops are watching her, I hope they're watching her better than Northport was watching.
Ooh, I know that's what they were talking about. Yeah, I hope.
Yeah, because remember, they were watching him, and then all of a sudden, we don't know where his ass is at. So if y'all are really going to watch her, I agree with what your caller before was saying. Put an ankle monitor on her ass. Lock that ass down. I don't understand why she's not in jail when people get arrested just even on circumstantial evidence without a body. So why isn't she in jail? Do I think she's going to hurt herself? I don't think so, because I think she's too selfish to do that. I think she is far too selfish to hurt herself, because this whole entire situation has been about herself. Did you? Yeah, she didn't want to say. I don't think she's going to hurt herself. Then the fact that you're out here already trying to placate your story of I'm going to plead insanity and let them know that I don't remember anything. So they're going to call that person as a fucking witness. They're going to subpoena that person and ask them about this information. And you slipped up by showing your card.
Right.
So you might have royally fucked yourself. My biggest thing is I want to know what Billy Joe is going to say to Diana, because I feel like everybody in the chat would agree with me. That woman deserves an apology.
She does, yeah.
All the hell that you just put her through when you were literally, what is the word, projecting your anger because you knew that your daughter fucked up. And I get that she was trying to give her daughter an opportunity to, I guess, be a better mom. But even if that was the sense from, you have to do that shit in succession. You don't just say, all right, well, I'm going to leave for the weekend and you're just going to be in charge with the kids. Why don't you go shopping and leave her with the kids for a couple of hours alone? You know what I mean?
Right,
you don't
right.
just jump up and be like, oh, I'm out of town, because I get it. I'm not one person to sit here and say that nobody deserves a second chance at all. So I understand her hurt and saying, I don't want you to turn out like me. I'm going to give you an opportunity to be a mother to your kids. Would she be charged with neglect? I feel like they would definitely have a case against her because you were supposed to be taking care of this child. You said that you wouldn't trust your daughter with this child. And even though you wanted to give her the opportunity to be a mother, again, you should have taken it in small steps. I'm going to leave you alone with the kids. I got a couple of errands I need to run. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 hours. Then as she starts to show you the responsibility that she has now decided to pick up as being a mom, then you can go ahead and start giving her a little bit more grace. This shit here, she's got to be eating herself up, because I know I wouldn't. I would be like, this is my fault. I should have done my due diligence. Y'all was paying Diana $30. Who was to say that she wouldn't have been able to take the baby for the weekend while you was at work? Seeing as how you didn't trust your daughter. And I know that you wanted to give her a chance, but she needs to have that chance underneath some form of supervision. But I don't know. And don't you love how the boyfriend just left her ass high and dry? Like, bitch,
He's
I ain't
out.
got nothing to do
He's
with this.
chilling. He's playing video games. I don't know what game. He's playing Xbox or some shit. He's playing video games, chilling.
What?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, his actions do kind of make me feel a little funny, because I'm like, bruh, I hope that you're out here trying to get your daughter. I know they said that you're
They took it. They took
your
kid.
daughter. Yeah, I know that they're saying that him and his parents are trying to get full custody of Sky. But Slim, like, I would be careful with the social media postings, because, you know, people will take that and run with it, and then they'll start charging you in the court of public opinion. So, you know, you might want to ease up and tell whatever her name was, Key or whatever, to chill out with posting your ass all over social media before, you know, that shit starts to rub the public the wrong way.
I wonder if Key will come on. We get Key on. We should get Key on.
I know. And be like, sis, what tea do you have? I just want everybody to take a big deep breath, because like I said, today has just been an emotional day. I fear the day that I see the headline pop up across my that they find that boy's clothes in the landfill. Because I'm telling you, I said this is too coincidental that the boyfriend quote unquote saw the baby at 6. Then she doesn't call for 3 hours. She might not have done anything to Quinton until after the boyfriend left. And figured that he had time.
It could be. He might not know anything. He really might not know anything.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think he knew anything, because if he's like, bruh, I saw the baby in the play yard at 6, she didn't call until 9:42, and I think I heard somewhere that they said that the trash runs anywhere between 7 and 8 a.m. We need to see if the neighbors have ring cam footage security, because I guarantee you, if that bitch was throwing shit out of that house, I guarantee you somebody caught that on their camera. I guarantee you. And I don't know what excuse she's going to have then. And I don't understand why the landfill wasn't even a place for them to... Kids climb into some of the weirdest shit. You know what I mean? Me, as an investigator, I probably would have been like, bro, you know, today's trash day. She said the door was open. Who's to say the baby didn't fall in the dump, like in the trash can? Trash is gone. Maybe not only should we drain the pool, but we should probably also just tell them, you know, if y'all picked up on, you know, Easy Street, stop. Don't process nothing. Don't do anything. We're going to send a couple of guys over because we just need to check because we have a missing child who is small enough to fit in a trash can. I just feel like that would be something that I would think of because kids hide everywhere. I'm sure Maddie used to do it to you. You'd be like, where the hell is she? She in a cabinet. You like, bro, out of all places, a cabinet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an emotional day. I don't think she's going to kill herself. I do think she's going to placate on this whole, I don't remember shit. Billy Joe owes Diana a damn apology, and I don't even know how she would do that. And I wouldn't be upset if Diana didn't take it. And poor Diana, she's going to need to talk to somebody because this is going to rack her brain. Even the caller before said it. She seemed more concerned than any of the rest of the family.
Right.
She is distraught over the loss of this little boy, as is the rest of us.
All right, Cheeks. Well,
Everybody
thank you.
Take a big deep breath.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the call.
I'll be down in the chat. You know it.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I'm going to try to get through these calls because there's 4 other callers. I would take more, but I have to head out soon. So 479, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning or good afternoon.
Hey,
I'm
good
calling
afternoon.
from Arkansas.
Arkansas. Hey,
and,
welcome.
Hey, thank you. I have a thought that I just want to throw out there. With the press conference, they said that they didn't know where she is, but that they don't believe she's a flight risk. So my thinking is, being a retired mental health nurse, she's possibly checked into a rehab or a mental hospital somewhere, in which case they would not be able to say that. And they would know where she is and wouldn't be worried about her being a flight risk. So I'm thinking that's quite a possibility.
That is, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, then they probably wouldn't have to worry where she's at. Yeah.
Exactly. And, they wouldn't be worrying about her, hurting herself or anything because she's in there. And, and the fact that they say that she has no memory of the morning kind of indicates to me that that would be a reason for her to go inpatient somewhere. So that's a possibility. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I didn't even think about that at all. Yeah, very possible.
All right. Well, you're welcome.
All right.
Glad I could help.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye. Bye. All right. 309, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi, Mel. This is Susan. I'm calling from Illinois. How are you today?
Hi, good. I saw you in the chat. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Sure. I have so much I want to say. First of all, I'm coming at this from a former paralegal perspective.
Nice.
They can pick Leilani up, but they can only hold her for so many hours without proceeding with arrest warrants and other things. And it could be that right now they're just gathering as much facts as they can. We have no insight into what the police department is doing. Everybody that's saying, the police suck, well, we don't know what they're doing. They can't tell us what they're doing because they can't risk the investigation. And then as far as the grandmother, if she did have custody of the children or this particular child, then the state can file charges against the grandmother. It does vary from state to state, but they can certainly file charges against her for neglect. We don't know what the custody agreement was. We don't know if the court did give Leilani unsupervised visits with her child. We don't know what kind of custody that the grandmother had. Was she the guardian? Was it for medical reasons? Whatever. We just simply don't have enough information to come to any conclusions just yet. Now, I do have a question. Have they said, other than what the grandmother said last night, has the police said that this child is actually in a landfill, or is that just rumor at this point?
The police haven't said. I don't believe the police have said that. They this guy Brett said he heard it from the family. Let me see if I can pull it up. Brett said he heard it from the family.
Yeah, I was watching you last night when they released about the landfill, and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't coming from the police. This is coming from the grandmother. And we don't know if the grandmother was high or drunk or whatever. So I don't know for I've got a funny feeling there's just so much we don't know. We just don't know.
Right. They try to ask him too in the presser, and I think he wouldn't say specifically. He just said they're looking at everything. I think is what he said. But supposedly grandma's telling not only the YouTuber but also this news station WSAV landfill. So.
And I that is a strong possibility. And I have to agree with some of the other callers that the child could very well have been dead when the boyfriend looked in on him right before he went to work. That is a strong possibility. But she had to have told him to call the babysitter. I'm going home to stay with the kids. So for her to say she doesn't remember anything, I don't know where that information came from. I don't know if that comes from the police or if that is, again, from the rumor mill. But there are so many facts we don't have. So many facts that we just don't have. And that's what frustrates everybody, I think.
Yep. I agree.
But I just love the fact that you're covering this in all the other cases. And I agreed with you last night. We needed a palate cleanser with a police chase, but we didn't get one.
No, yeah, we didn't. They keep getting canceled, or like the people run out before the chopper gets there. So we've been losing out on a few before the chopper gets there.
Yeah.
I think a chase would be nice too. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And thank you for the support.
Let me talk to you, honey, and you have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. So we're doing good on time. 202, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Camila. I'm calling from Washington, D.C.
Hi, Camille. How you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for answering my questions in the chat. Well, honestly, I just wanted to drop a quick thought. My heart is very heavy. I am not from the United States. I'm an immigrant myself. And for me to hear that in this country, they don't protect kids as they're supposed to be, like, it's the future of the country, right? Like, you're supposed to have more measurements and things to, make sure that these cases doesn't happen. From what I have read, the grandmother herself has criminal history. So I am just trying to process how in the hell Child Protective Services didn't do a background check on the grandma to make sure that she was a stable person herself to, be in custody of the kids. Sometimes it's even better just for them to give them in adoption in homes that are, that they're nurtured, that they've been taken care of. It seems like the babysitter was the only positive influence in that kid's life.
Yeah.
And the only one that cared. And for me, honestly, it's kind of like shocking because you hear a lot of things, but also as well, what the other caller was saying, like she could pretend that she was insane and she's going to get away with it.
Right.
In this country, there are so many things that blow my mind. For example, when this girl, Gabby Petito, the case that was like some months ago, same thing. They couldn't incriminate their kids, so they shut up. Nobody says anything, but for the past of that family, I am just, brainstorming and thinking what it could be like the next step. But like from what I'm thinking, like the Billy Joe has a criminal record. She has a son that is in jail. The daughter is a drug addict, and she had 3 kids from 3 different dads. And like, can you imagine those kids in that home? I honestly can't. I can't.
Yep.
And for me, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing to see that, some agencies fail those kids as well. And I understand that sometimes they don't have the resources, but they should have done better. There are so many people that are trying to conceive or having a kid, and they can't by themselves. And there's people that have the possibility of being blessed to have a kid, and they do this to their kids.
Right.
Like, seriously? What? Well, that was just my thought, but I just wanted to know if Child Protective Services is gonna be like, if there is a way for them to be entitled of this, because they literally dropped the ball as well to leave those kids in custody of the grandmother.
Yeah, amazing call, and I love your thoughts. And to me, from what I've seen, CPS don't have to answer to nobody. It seems like they're above the law. They don't gotta answer to nobody. They don't gotta say shit. And all they say, well, it's a kid or whatever, so or whatever, an investigation. We're not going to talk about it. They can just do whatever. I don't really ever see them held accountable. They talk about it all the time. Politics talk about it all the time, but they're just above the law, it seems like. And then I did see Mo too. Mo said that a lot of times too. Were they like underfunded, understaffed, overworked? So I don't know how that would even be fixed.
Yeah.
The CPS thing. But
Well, well, let's just pray for at least the kid, that he's not suffering anymore. And, I feel like as a society, we have so much work to do. And if we had more empathy, if we had more tolerance, if people were like more accountable, held accountable for their actions, things could be better. And I know it's like, war peace kind of thought, but in this moment, like when there are so many things going on in the world, like you're an evil person if you do something to a kid. A kid is the most innocent and pure soul ever. So yeah, that's just my thought.
thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it.
Thank you for taking my call. God bless everybody.
God bless. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, last call. 618. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello, this is Brianna. I'm calling from Illinois.
Hi, Brianna. Welcome. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. I've been thinking the last few days, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that remembers sitting and watching the live streams of George and Cindy Anthony's house. They had 24/7 live streams, news cameras. We've got this whole thing going on. Billy Joe reminds me very much of the way Cindy Anthony behaved before Kaylee was found. And I think if they're smart, which they seem to be, I trust this chief an awful lot. I think they don't want to become the next police force that let the next Casey Anthony walk. She got away with it because Kaylee's body was so decomposed by the time they found it that they couldn't prove what killed her. And I'm worried that the same thing is going to happen here.
Yeah, with
I really am.
with
And
Cody Bixby, the father too. That story that the other caller from Mississippi mentioned, like they had kind of pulled him in on charges unrelated to Cody being missing, and they kind of screwed that up in a way. Supposedly they infringed on his rights and stuff, and so when he was trying to ask for a lawyer, so I can see, I guess, with this in a way they're trying to be careful how they move, and they want to be sure maybe they have what they have before they bring her in.
Yeah, and with Casey, we sat there for months watching her live her life and everything, and then what they finally arrested her for was lying to the police because it was the one thing they could prove, and that was the one thing she was convicted of. And I just don't think they want to face that again. I don't want to face that again. I don't know that I could.
Right.
Yeah. So that was all I wanted to say. I'm really, really hoping and praying that this doesn't end up the way Kaylee did.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. You have a
Appreciate
wonderful
it.
day.
You too. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, nice calls. Thank you guys so much. I would do more calls, but I have to head out. Let me get to super chats real quick. And I saw my chaotic life says I sent you a tweet link for Billy Joe Howell. Sent me a tweet link on Twitter, or because I was looking at my recent tweets. I don't see. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. I don't see a link unless you emailed it to me or. Let me get these super chats real quick. Cherries, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, if daughter doesn't remember that morning, how could grandma know baby is still in landfill? Yeah. Kasi, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the great content and compassion. Please show us some support. Hit the like and subscribe. Thank you, Kasi. We got to catch up. It's been a while. Cherry, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, love your show. Delphina, thank you for the super chat. Says, phone bill. D-Land towards a phone bill. And I think that's it. In my chaotic life, I don't know if you could email. Where are you at? Let me see. My chaotic life. Let me see if I can find it before I head out. My chaotic life. Did you email it? Did you tweet it to me? So nothing new on Cody. Apparently, besides I saw this one link and that was it. They said father of missing Hampton boy Cody Bigsby faces judge before trial in November. Bigsby is facing several felony charges of child neglect, all unrelated to his son's disappearance. His lawyers are expected to ask the judge to throw out Bigsby's statements made to Hampton police. Bigsby reported his son missing January 31st. Police previously stated that the father voluntarily went to the headquarters after reporting Cody missing. During questioning, Bigsby reportedly requested an attorney twice, but those requests were ignored. This is what we were referencing. That's what the caller from Mississippi, he was saying, was talking about that. Corey was charged February 3rd with 7 counts of felony child neglect stemming from incidents at the end of 2021. Police said those charges are based on interviews and evidence in the early hours of the investigation. Cody has still hasn't been found. Still missing. So we're going to be following this too. I almost forgot about it because we've been doing so many different things. Still in jail. But yeah, no, I have to go. I got to go pick up the baby. I might come back later though. I'm kind of glad that the notifications have reset on the channel. I don't know what's gonna happen. Whether there's an update, like a major update with Quinton. If there's no major update, I'll just do a small video, or I'll find something else for us to talk about. There was something else I was supposed to follow up on. So I might, if there's enough to talk about, I might do that. Yeah, we'll see. All right. So thank you guys so much for coming through. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Take care and peace. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Thank you guys again.